Hey everybody, James here from WP.AI, and really excited to talk about our new WP.Chat product that we've recently launched. So WP.Chat, that is the domain name and that is the product. As you can see here, it's a free AI chat specifically for WordPress. It's quicker and more accurate than ChatGPT for WordPress because it's built for our industry. And ideally in this video, I'll be able to show you some of the core features that make this a really powerful platform for those in the WordPress industry. You'll see here immediately that it's branded towards WordPress. You'll also see that WP.Chat ends up on this page and you can actually use the chat without even needing to log in. So you'll see that I'm in my visitor state right now, visitor right here. And if I just go and want to learn about WordPress 6.6, I can use one of those predefined prompts, wait for it to think a bit, and then have it go through and give me really good information about WordPress 6.6. So you'll see this was released in July, gives a bunch of information, gives some of the marketing images as well. And this just goes to show that there's some custom tooling specific for WordPress here. And it's a pretty quick response. And I can go and create multiple WP chats as a visitor. And this is by design. We really want people to use this product. We want them to learn that when you build AI tools specifically for one domain, in our case, WP.AI focuses on WP.AI, you can create some really cool and unique experiences. So that's the free version of this product. You'll see that there are a couple of other special things specific for WordPress. So we have our AI modes. This is something that we've pulled over from Code WP, our existing product, out for 2 years, specifically for code generation. We have modes in Code WP. We also have underlying modes in the Agent WP product. And we brought them over into this chat where you can essentially find the plugin that you want to talk about and turn this mode on to align the chat to give really accurate and up-to-date responses. And under the surface, each mode is pulling from its own custom data set, specific to Elementor, pulling the most up-to-date documentation, change logs, things like that, Bricks Builder, Doken, whatever it is. And you'll see that we have a lot of different modes here for pretty much any of the popular plugins. And we're always happy to offer additional modes. So I'm going to actually jump into the interface and you'll see that I can use any one of my social accounts. I usually use Facebook. We'll jump right in and we'll go right to the WP Chat Pro landing page, which is really the same thing. And you can now, as a pro user, there's free and pro plans. I'm a pro user. I can now access any mode I want. As a free user, when you onboard, you can actually select the modes that you want. So if you use WooCommerce very often, as a free user, you don't need to pay for the WooCommerce mode. You can choose that during your onboarding. And again, this is really by design to give the free users a lot of leeway and a lot of value in this product. So I'm now in my chat interface. This is the pro version. You can see I'm a pro user here. And really what pro gives me is a better response specific to a actual mode. So I'm going to go, and I've recently fallen in love with the Carbon Fields field plugin. And this actually isn't a plugin. This is a framework for WordPress. I jump into this mode and now I can say, give me a couple of code examples on how to register fields and other familiar things in this framework. So I'll go and submit this request, and you'll see I'm not referring to Carbon Fields. I'm not saying anything. And what it does is it says, all right, you're in Carbon Fields. I'm going to pull in this custom data set. That's what happens when you see the thinking indicator here. And it goes and spits out the code that we need to go and make these fields. You'll see as well that this is an integrated product into our ecosystem that we were building over at WP.AI. So WP.AI, we're creating multiple products that all work together with the common thread of artificial intelligence to offer real value to our industry. Here you'll see this can create inline code snippets, but it's not really going to make a plugin. And the tooling and the interface of a conversational platform isn't the best when it comes to making code. So what you can do is send it off to Code WP. You can also copy it out and do really whatever you want here. So there are a lot of options when it comes to being able to leverage this tool in our ecosystem. And for those who aren't familiar, CodeWP is this online IDE. It has custom tooling specific for WordPress. You can create snippets, you can create plugins, you can test these plugins with an AI flow, have a plugin installed on a WordPress instance in your browser. There are a lot of awesome things going on over there. So the concept here is, let's make this WP chat product work with CodeWP, and in the future work with Agent WP. You'll be able to speak with your agents on individual websites on this platform off WordPress and be able to kind of direct them and chat with them. This is really our core interface here. You can use the modes to get really contextual and special responses. You can always create a new WP chat, and there are a lot of things going on here. You'll also see that the platform itself knows about what it is, so you'll be able to ask it questions like, how can I use different plugin modes in WP.Chat? And it will really walk you through, here's how you can actually do this. And this is actually a good example because it reminds me of a special feature here where when you select into a mode, you can actually choose, if supported, a version that you want to discuss. So for example, I'm not sure if this is launched yet. So Bricks Builder is recently going, and I believe they're launching into a version 3.0 soon, or a version 2.0, whatever it is, a major version upgrade. So when that happens and when we're able to train this mode out, we'll have multiple versions so you can speak with this chat about old sites, new sites, whatever in between. And I'll just give you another example of a mode. So I switch into that Bricks Builder. You can use multiple modes per conversation. I try to segment my conversations just to make the chat a bit better and more pointed towards the goal that I'm trying to do. And I'll just ask right here, tell me a bit more about making nested elements. So nested elements, this is a new-ish thing in this page builder, and this page builder itself is relatively new. So this is one of those products and things where, hey, WP Chat's a really good example of why you want that custom AI, why you want that special generation specific to WordPress. So giving me some information about how this works, now I'm going to say, can you give me a code example on how I can register my own nested element? And during this waiting for response, we're actually getting a lot of information about how Bricks Builder actually works. So you'll see, again, I'm not really referring to Bricks Builder. I'm not pasting in the context and documentation here. It's really just spitting out the code because it's given the right context and it's using the right models. So the final feature I want to show you is rich message types. And there are multiple versions of this, but this is primarily used to give a recommendation or a suggestion for a general WordPress plugin. So I'm going to jump back into WordPress and say, can you give me some suggestions on the best plugins to add subscriptions functionality to my WooCommerce website? Go and submit that. And this is going to use a rich message to go and render out custom plugin recommendations. And this leverages an underlying search API that powers a lot of Agent WP responses and the CodeWP AI plugin search, and gives me really good suggestions on what plugins I should get to add this functionality to, in this example, my WooCommerce website. So you'll see easy outlinks, really good contextual suggestions based on my topic. And this was a very basic suggestion, but I can get really detailed and say, my site does XYZ, I have these plugins installed, I need all of these features, give me some really good suggestions. And this tooling has been created to find relevant plugins, not just the biggest, best affiliate-laden plugins that you'll see on these list articles. So these type of suggestions leverage these rich message types in line, which is very helpful. All right, here's another example of a rich message type. This is probably one of my favorite features in this platform, and it's only going to get more powerful over time. So this is a rich message for a database visualization. Can you please help me visualize my WordPress database? This is really helpful for both a developer and a non-technical user because it just spits out visualizations of how a database works and how it can change. So here you can see I'm asking WP.Chat to show me my actual database. And it does that. It actually renders out, here's what the typical structure of a WordPress database looks like and how it all relates together. And this is really helpful for me to visualize things, and I can conversationally request changes. So I could say, hey, what happens if I add a new table for a custom form plugin? How could we make this work in the existing context of the database? Or when I install Elementor, how does this modify this existing database diagram? So I think there's a lot of things that we can do here with this visualization. Really powerful feature. Right now it's only for pro users, and we're going to continue building out this feature to do a lot more than just database visualizations and really be helpful in that context of WordPress. So really excited to be launching this WP.Chat product. It's a version 1.0 product, but it's already incredibly helpful and valuable. It's free. You don't even need to sign up. You can try it out, WP.Chat, for free, no sign up. When you sign up, you get pretty high free limits. And the pro version comes with a lot more features like these inline database visualizations and access to all the WP.Chat modes. There's a lot we're working on in the future. We're going to be launching a dedicated search user interface for WordPress products, leveraging our underlying data sets that power Code WP, WP.Chat, and Agent WP. We will continue pushing out additional models and pipelines into this product. A big purpose of this product for us as WP AI is to test out our new fine-tunes, our new base models before they make it to Code WP and Agent WP. So this is really helpful for us to do that. And we're going to expand the WP chat modes to show you exactly where this data is coming from. So you can understand, hey, WordPress knows, this mode knows about WordPress because it's being given the most up-to-date release notes from Make WordPress, from the codex, from everything related to the product. Same with everything else in this settings field. So that's really what we're working with here. Really excited to get WP Chat out. If you want to learn more, you can go to the About. For example, we get a lot of questions. What AI models does WP Chat use? Easy. GPT-4o, Claude 3.5. Whole bunch of other information here. Additionally, there's an affiliate program. If you're looking to market this to your audience, I think this is an awesome product because it is WordPress specific, it is AI, and it offers true value to this ecosystem. So give it a try yourself, WP.Chat. Give us some feedback in the comments. Always willing and happy to hear it. We will continue improving this product, continue integrating it into our ecosystem of AI tools, and really glad to have you along for the ride. Thank you very much. This was James from WP AI, and I'll see you in the next video.